Welcome to the engineering measurements course. So as you know, all or for almost 50-40% of our experiments are based on MATLAB. You have understood the basics of MATLAB in the last few classes. So now it's time to practice the MATLAB and to become the master of MATLAB. So as you may know that MATLAB is not an open source. The MATLAB program has to be purchased if you want to use. So again, the cost of MATLAB is very high. So as a ICFITech University, ICFITech campus, we have purchased the MATLAB software and which is installed in our lab computers. So as currently online classes are going on, it is difficult for you to access the campus systems. So for that, what we have done is we have enabled the SSH connection, that is remote access connection to the MATLAB, so that from home itself you can, or anywhere in the world, you can access the MATLAB and you can do it. But the main disadvantage with this, the SSH connection, will be that you won't find this type of user graphical interface. The only you can see is this type of command window. Okay, so whatever you write in that, right, it is executed. So similarly there also you have to execute it, and the output you will get it here itself. Okay, so you won't find any current folders or workspace, all these things, but only you will find is this command window. So in this video I'll demonstrate how to access the college server, MATLAB server, and you can practice the MATLAB. Okay, so both ways I'll show how to do it in Windows system as well as in the Mac or Linux OS. So first I'll show it to you in the Windows system, how you can access it, you can connect it MATLAB. So for that you have to install three softwares. Okay, first go to your Chrome and you or any browser which you are using and download this program called putty.org. Putty program name is Putty. So in that website you will get it, the software, and you can download it. So by clicking, you can download it by clicking here, and the program will be downloaded. You can install later. So this is the Putty one software you have to install it. Now next software you have to install it is WinSCP. WinSCP. So Win means basically Windows, SCP means copy, secure copy. Anyway, so this is also a free software. So all these three software which I will tell you, these are all open source free software. Anyone can use these softwares. So again, you just note it down the website WinSCP. If you search it in Google, you will find it, and then you download it and you install it, WinSCP. And the third program you need is the Notepad++. Okay, so I think by default everyone has the Notepad, but this is Notepad++. Just type in Google Notepad++, or you can note it down the URL and then go to there and you can download the latest version of Notepad++. So Notepad++ is the editor where we'll write the code. Okay, because as I mentioned, you won't find any user graphical interface just like MATLAB. So what we have to do, so these three program if you combine all three softwares which I have mentioned, then you will get almost similar to this type of material. How? So you need to access the portal, right? MATLAB portal. So this access portal will give you through Putty. So this Putty software will give you access to the command line window. Okay, and this WinSCP will give you access to these files. Current folder, you can copy, paste, cut, anything you can do it, right, in the folder, current folder. So this functionality you will get it in the WinSCP program, WinSCP software. And lastly, Notepad++ basically to write the code or write the script. So here you just click on the new script, and the editor is coming, right? But in the remote access you can't find this user interface like. So for this writing of script you have to use the Notepad++. Okay, so these three basic programs is required to access the remote server from home. Although this three software is required only for Windows. Those who are using Linux or Mac OS, so for them no need to install anything. Just open your terminal window and you can connect it and very very fast. But for Windows you need these three software. Okay, so now first, once you install all these three, now go to your start menu and type Putty, because already you have installed Putty, it will be showing here. So once you click on Putty, this type of configuration page will come. Okay, so this type of configuration page will come. So here in host name you type, this is the public IP or host name. Please note it down, this 111.93.16.213. Okay, just copy this or type it here in the host name and click on open. So once you click on open, this type of window will come. So it is login as. So now the login, as you type it, that username and password also you will find it here. The username is matlab underscore user and the password is fst at the rate 123. No bracket, right? Only fst at the rate 123 is the password. So the username is matlab underscore user. Give enter. It will ask you password. Password is fst at the rate 123. Give enter. So once you give enter, you will be now connected to the, I just maximize the window. So this is the portal, right? Already I have logged in. So you can see MATLAB underscore user at the rate Kahoo VirtualBox. So this is the system which MATLAB is installed in our local, in our ICFI Tech campus. Okay. So now you have connected to this server. Okay. So now if you type /MATLAB, /MATLAB, you have to type it. Just give enter. So it will load the MATLAB program. Now you can see it will take maybe 30 seconds or so to load or to install, to load the MATLAB in the local, in the window. So now you can see MATLAB has been started up in the window itself, in the PuTTY window itself. So you can see only the option you have is this type of command window. You won't see any user graphical interface which you saw in the MATLAB. But same operations can be done here also. If anything, if you type here, it will show output. Okay, so anything you can create, maybe might multiply 5, the answer give you 35. Okay, so any variable also you can create here. So x equal to 7, y equal to maybe also 7, then you have another variable z which is nothing but x multiplied by y, something you can give. The output you will see z is 49. So any operations, whatever we do from command window, whatever we do in the command window here, in this command window, whatever we do, same thing you can do it in the PuTTY itself. PuTTY. Now you may ask next question, like how will I write the script? Because we have to write the script, MATLAB script, right? So for that we need the editor. So that editor, to type that you need Notepad++. So just type, open the Notepad++, and here you type your code, whatever code you want to type, maybe clear CLC, and then you can type maybe some variable x equal to 8, something like that, y equal to maybe 9. Now you have another variable z which is nothing but x multiplied by any code it may be. When you're just giving a demo, x multiplied by y. Now you have to save it, right? Control S, or you can directly go to file and you can give it save. So so you can go to the desktop. I'll just show it in a desktop. So I'll create a new folder, or anywhere you can create a new folder and you can save this file. I'll just create a folder and I'll give MATLAB, name is MATLAB underscore script. So any place in your computer you can give name a folder and you can save this file. Okay, now I am inside the MATLAB script which is in the desktop, and the file name you have to give file name, some maybe example1. So this is the file name is example exp example1, something you can, and save as. Make sure that this is very important. So currently if you simply save, it will save it as a .txt file, but we need script file, right? MATLAB script file. MATLAB script file suffix is always .m. So make sure that you click on this drop down list and this entire list will come. So go below and you will find another F with this .m. You can see Matrix Laboratory is nothing but MATLAB, right? MATLAB's full frame is Matrix Laboratory and .m. So you have to select this one. Now exp.m, automatically .m came. Now save it. So now this script has been saved in the desktop under the MATLAB script folder, and this is the script. Now this script is in the desktop, right? So now if you go to desktop, you will find the script. So I have created, and a folder I have created, that is MATLAB, somewhere it will be, just find it out. Where it is? Yeah, MATLAB script. You can see this one, MATLAB script. This is just now created. Inside that, this file is there. Now this file is in the local system. Now I have to upload this in the remote server. Remote server is in the ICFI Tech campus, right? So there we have to upload this. So how will you upload this? For that we need WinSCP, right? 3 program we installed. This is our third one, WinSCP. So Windows copy. Now I have to copy this file. So for that, first you have to connect it, right? New site, if you go and type the host name. So host name is same, whatever we have used. This is the 111.93.16.213. Just paste it. Username we know MATLAB underscore user, and password is fst @ 123. Okay, so this username and password is same for all the students, so all will use the same username and password and you can log in. So once it is successfully logged in, it will be coming in this page. Okay, so now you can see the left side is nothing but your local computer. See user, this is the local computer, whereas the right side, this part is basically the remote computer which is there in the campus. See home, MATLAB user, so this is our remote computer. Okay, and this left side is our local computer. So the script whichever we have written, that is in the desktop, right? So just browse it, go to the desktop, and desktop we have the MATLAB script folder. Just click on OK. Okay, so now you can see the folder here, the file here. Just now we created this file at exp_1.m. So now this is in the local system, right? C user, sorry, desktop MATLAB script. So this is there in the local system, but we have to upload it in the remote server, right? This is the remote server. So what we'll do it, you just, sorry, again here, MATLAB here. So this one, you select the file first and then click on upload. So the upload option is there. Just click on upload and then OK. So now you can see this file is now came here. Okay, so as I mentioned, the same username and password is for all the students, so it is recommended to create a new folder. So I'll just remove it. So in the remote, this is the remote computer. So here you first create a new folder with your roll number. So click on new and directory, because we are creating a new folder, and give your roll number, enrollment number as the folder name, maybe STU something. Okay, whatever is your roll number, something you give it, and create a new folder. See, now new folder has been created in the remote server. Okay, in the remote server this folder has been created with the name of your roll number. Okay, now double click on this. Now we are inside the folder of your roll number. Okay, so every individual student will have one folder. You just create it first and then do it. So now we are inside this. Now this file, will you copy it inside your folder. So just select this file and then upload. Okay, select this file and then upload. Okay, so now you can see this file now came into the remote server. So our transfer part is over. Now again you go to PuTTY. So PuTTY, so the problem with PuTTY is that, you know, your now it is, the window is now inactive. See, I have not used, right, last 1 or 2 minutes in the PuTTY, so window is now become inactive. So we have to do again, we have to re-log into the server. So we'll just close it off, close the server. Again you type PuTTY. Okay, so give the username, host name is this 111. Sorry, the PuTTY window you have to give it, and then open. Login as MATLAB underscore user, enter, password is fst @ 123. Okay, now I have logged in into the MATLAB user. Now /MATLAB to open the MATLAB program. Okay, so now MATLAB will open, so it will take 30-second time to open it. Okay, so yeah, now MATLAB is, you know, came into our PuTTY server, PuTTY page. So this is command window as I mentioned. Now if you type ls in the command window, it will list all the folders and files in the directory. So currently, if you see, just now we created this folder in the WinSCP, right, in that. So this folder already came here. So once you create your folder with your roll number, you will find here it will be listed one by one folder. So now whatever script we uploaded, that is inside this folder, right? So we have to go to this folder, then we can access the code. So we will change directory cd, command is cd, and then you type your roll number. Okay, so this is roll number / enter. So now we are currently into this folder. We are now inside this folder. Now if you type ls, you will see the script. So this script we uploaded, right, inside this folder. Now you can see the script is there. Now to run this script, what we have to do is we have to use, just write the file name. Okay, just file name and give enter. Don't write .m and all, just exp_1 and enter. So now you see this code has been executed. So it is giving z equal to 72. How z? So what is the code we have written? We have uploaded this code, right? So x is 8, y is 9. So 8 into 9 is 72. So z is nothing but x into y, which is 72. So that is the output it is giving here. Okay, so that is 72. So all operations you can do it here. clear CLC, anything, maybe 6 multiplied by 3, any result you will get it in the command window. And now I already shown to you how to upload the script. Now only disadvantage with this is every time if you modify the code, you have to upload it, or directly also here you can do that in Vim. If the Vim app is installed, Vim software is installed, then through Vim also you can do that. Let me check it is installed or not. Vim, then it is exp1 exp_1, right? So Vim app is not installed anyway. Yeah, it won't work. Yeah, sorry. So now the only disadvantage with this is every time you have to upload, or you have to update the code here, you have to again upload it in the server. Okay, now if you want another program, I'll just update it. So maybe another variable I'll create, a equal to 1 to 2 increment, and it will be up to 50. Okay, and another will be b, for example, another variable. B is nothing but sine of a. So just another example, I am just adding the code. So earlier code was this much, now I am adding the code, so which is nothing but sine of a. And we want to plot, right? Plot a, a comma b. Now I want to see the sine plot. Okay, so a comma b, I'll plot it. So now now the problem with this putty is that figure option, it won't come here. So we have to save the plot and we can view it in the desktop. Okay, so how to do that? So just plot I have written, right? So if you execute this script in the MATLAB, the plot will automatically generate. Okay, in the MATLAB if you do it, the plot will automatically generate and you can see the figure, right? Automatically figure is generated. This is the sine script, right? But in this remote access, you can't find this type of figure, it won't generate. You have to save it. So how to save that? So in the code itself, just after below the plot, I have to save this plot as a PNG file or the JPG file, whatever you want. So the command for that is save as. Save as, basically where I am saving the figure. So GCF is that whatever plot I have plotted, that I am saving it, and give some name, figure name. So figure name, maybe this is example 1, example 1, this is the figure name dot png file I am saving. Okay, colon over. So now in this script, now I have modified the script. What I did, I just added a variable a and b, and I have plotted a and b, and then I have saved the plot in this name. Okay, example 1. Okay, now I'll just put it figure 1. Okay, figure 1, something like that. This is the name of the file png. Now I have modified the code. Now this code has to be uploaded in the server. The process is same. Again, I will go to WinSCP. So this code is now modified. I already saved it. Now again I'll upload it. So okay, so it will upload it. So I think I have logged out from the system. So again I'll just cancel it and I'll re-log in into the Windows WinSCP server. Okay, yeah, because it got disconnected. So WinSCP, again I'll close it. I'll type WinSCP. So that is the problem with this remote server, is that every time you have to log in. After some time the system will automatically disconnect. So with same process, just to give host name MATLAB underscore user, password is fst@123. Okay, so again it has uploaded. Now you see this folder is there, right? With this folder we uploaded this earlier one. Now we modified this. So this is our new modified code, and we just upload the modified one. Okay, yeah, it is asking like already with the same name another file is there. I want to overwrite it. Yes, I want to overwrite it. Yeah, now it is updated. Okay, so now again I will go to putty and now type ls. So only single code is there, nothing, no file, nothing is there, only one code file is there, right? So now I'll execute this file. So exp_1. Okay, give enter. So z output it has given. Now the plot figure and all it is generating. So it will take again 30 seconds or 1 minute to save the plot figure. So at some warning it will give, and then it is now saved. So see, now it came into again command window. Now if you type ls, you will find one extra file. See, this is extra file has just now generated. Earlier there was only one file, this file, right? Now this extra figure one file, whichever plot basically, this is now generated. Now to see this plot, again you have to go to WinSCP. Now we are into WinSCP. Okay. So now if you refresh it, so if you refresh your directory, this is the directory, and you will see this figure one already came here. So this figure one, you download it in the local system. So local system, just click on download. So okay. So see, the figure one now came into my local system, desktop MATLAB script. So now go to your desktop. So desktop MATLAB script. Now you see this figure one already came here. So double click here, you will find this figure MATLAB plot. You got it, right? So like that, actually you can access the MATLAB through PuTTY, WinSCP, and the Notepad++. So these three programs required to do that. Okay. So once you type exit in the PuTTY window, you will be you will be exited from the MATLAB. Now we are into normal directory. Okay. So that's how. So once your MATLAB work and everything is over, you just close this window. Yes. Okay. So this is now exited. So now this method is whatever I have shown is for the Windows system. Now those who are using the Linux or Mac OS, for them no need to do any installation. Like this three software is not required to install. So for them, simply you open your terminal window. So I have just Ubuntu. I'll show it to you in the Ubuntu. Similarly, those who are using Mac OS also, the process is same. So Windows part it is over. Now I'll show it to you for the Mac or Linux OS. So open your terminal window and type ssh minus hyphen x, capital X, and then the username is MATLAB underscore user @ host ID. What is host ID? Host ID is this one, right? So 111.93. So this is the host ID. Give enter. It will ask you password. Password is fst@123. Enter. So now it was now same. You are just logged in into the our college server with MATLAB user that profile. Now if you type // same process. Now remaining process is exactly same. // MATLAB will open. Other things, everything is same. So for Mac OS and Linux, no need to install all these three softwares. Directly you can do it from your terminal window and you can get it. So other process, whatever I have shown, it is exactly same here also. So now you can do that. Similarly, if you want to download the file, okay. So for example, if I go to CD, I just created this folder, right? So already I have run it and I have this figure file, right? Now if you are using Mac OS or Linux, then you have to how to download this file? You have to use scp command. After that you can join it. Okay. So I'll show it to you, just demo purpose I'll show it. So now I am in my local directory. Give ls. This is the folder, right? This is the folder. I have to go to inside this folder. So cd 19, yeah, now we are inside this folder. Now I have to download this figure file, right? So how to do that? So for Linux and Mac OS, the command is scp, secure copy. Okay, so not from here, you have to open a new terminal and you have to use secure copy, scp command, and then you have the origin path. So just give the origin path and then you have to give the destination path. So these two you have to assign it and it will be downloaded automatically. Destination path you have to give. So this is the command basically you have to give and the file will be downloaded in the local system. Okay. So like that you can access the MATLAB without without GUI, without user graphics interface, and you can connect it basically through SSH to our server and you can do that. Please practice it. Whatever examples we are discussing in the class, please try to do it. Although the process may be a little bit lengthy, but once you do it many times, it will be handy for you. You may find some other trick to do that. Okay, so that's what. So practice as many as possible and prepare for the experiments and all. Thank you so much.